Am I the asshole for refusing to apologize to my SIL after she was rude during my daughter's birthday dinner? I, 39, lost my wife earlier this year, then my job was affected by the pandemic. My daughter just turned 13, and knows we're not doing the best financially. My job picked back up thankfully, but we don't have a lot of extra money yet. For my daughter's birthday, I invited my parents, brother, and he invited SIL, to have a small dinner with us over the weekend. I really tried to make it enjoyable for my daughter. I made her favorite meal, spaghetti with my wife's meat sauce recipe, a copycat Olive Garden salad and dressing, and homemade garlic bread. I then was able to get a few small gifts for her. I even made a small cake. It was iced atrociously, but I tried. I have never liked my SIL. She looks down at our family and she was always awful to my wife. Still, I'm usually able to be civil to her. We ate, and my dad wanted my daughter to open her gifts. I am thrilled because while it wasn't much, she seemed very happy about what she received from my parents and myself. My SIL made snarky comments during dinner and gift opening, which I could tell irritated my daughter. Afterwards, my parents left, and my daughter went to FaceTime my wife's parents. My SIL stalked into the kitchen and started berating me about being cheap for her birthday and then saying, "What would your wife think?" I shouldn't have, and I admit I completely lost my temper, but I was so angry I told her my wife would be thrilled I managed to pull something together, including ignoring her snotty comments all night, but considering she showed up completely empty-handed but had no problem shoving her mouth full of the food I made, and criticizing everyone who did make an effort, she didn't have any room to be calling anyone cheap. She ran to my brother crying and they left in a huff. My parents called saying my brother was saying I was rude to his wife and ruined the night. I told them what happened and they are angry at SIL and my brother now. Brother is still blaming me and is now having a fit because I said she wasn't welcome in my home again, and if that meant not seeing him, so be it. My brother says I should apologize for being an asshole to keep the peace, but my dad says to stick to my guns and she doesn't deserve an apology. I do not plan to apologize, but am I the asshole for it? Too long did not read. Am I the asshole for making my SIL cry after telling her off after she'd been rude all night during my daughter's birthday? Not the asshole. Don't ever invite her again. Not the asshole. She didn't bother to bring even a tiny gift for her niece. Not even a gift card. And she thinks she's not cheap? And then to eat your food, and constantly criticize everything, and to irritate the birthday girl. How rude. Do not let her back in until she can at least fake trying to be nice and kind and keep her comments to herself for after she leaves. Seriously, she didn't even attempt to pretend to be nice on her niece's birthday. Never apologize to someone to keep the peace. It's disingenuous and tells them that their shitty behavior is excusable. She had the nerve to insult you as a guest in your home, and delivered a truly vile low blow when she asked what your wife would think. You let her off easy in my opinion. Hard. Not the asshole. You do not need her bad energy in your life. Not the asshole. Listen to your dad, he's right. Your SIL doesn't deserve an apology and your brother is way off base in his response. I particularly hate when assholes fake cry and act like the offended party. How the hell does someone not bring a gift to a child's birthday party, eat and call the host cheap? I'm glad your parents are on your side. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. So recap, she was never nice to you or your wife, shows up empty-handed at her niece's first birthday after losing her mom, knows the struggles you've had which are self-explanatory, and has the nerve to invoke your wife's name and profess concern about what she would think of some, to her, substandard party. Please sleep well tonight and I'm so sorry for everything you and your daughter are going through. You sound like you're doing very well by your daughter and congratulations for a healthy reaction to a jerk you don't need right now in your life. Not the asshole. She didn't bring a gift, but called others cheap? Glad you banned her. Not the asshole. The sheer audacity some people have never ceases to amaze me. You are an amazing father. I am very sorry for your loss and your daughter is truly blessed to have you. Also good job cutting toxic people out of your lives. You are teaching your daughter that she doesn't need to put up with being treated badly just because they are family. NTA. Well done for giving your daughter a great birthday. Let me just say how refreshing it is to read that the parents actually side with Op and are actively mad at the asshole and enabler of the asshole too, not just passively. I love how they are sticking up for you and aren't another, we agree with you but apologize anyways to keep the peace type people. Absolutely not the asshole, and you did a great job with the celebration for your daughter. Not the asshole. SIL deserved the dressing down she got. Don't apologize and don't let SIL and bro back into your home without an apology to you and your daughter. SIL and brother are the asshole, who goes to someone's home and insults them when they are in mourning and asks the offended party to apologize just to keep the peace. Not the asshole. Sounds like SIL is used to being horrible to people and having everyone just suck it up. And now she's throwing a tantrum. It's sad when the grieving teenager is more mature than the adult woman. It sounds like you did a nice job making the party special. You're doing great. Not the asshole. Do not apologize. Perhaps your brother chooses to live his life with his balls in his wife's hands to keep the peace, at all costs, but what she did was beyond awful, rude, and incredibly selfish. You did an amazing job for your daughter. It's too bad your brother decided decency wasn't a priority over his wife's wrath. I guess he won't be seeing you for a long, long time. Good riddance. Not the asshole. You have enough on your plate and don't need someone whose whole goal in life is to treat everyone else like she is better than they are. Not the asshole. First, I'm very sorry for the loss of your wife. Second, you are doing a great job. You made your daughter's favorite dinner, baked her a cake, invited her grandparents over, and got her a few gifts. Your SIL and brother, I'm assuming, showed up empty-handed without even a card, then criticized everything all night and had the gall to call you cheap? Don't apologize, she sounds awful and it doesn't sound like she is worth the headache. Not the asshole. Good for you. Cut that toxicity out. Not the asshole. What you did was beautiful. This was your daughter's first birthday since losing her mother must have been so hard for both of you, let alone with all the other challenges. You put so much thought into giving your daughter a really special day, it made me tear up a little. Your wife chose well, and I am certain she'd be so proud and happy with what you did. You don't need assholes like SIL or your enabler brother in your life trying to ruin special moments. Not the asshole. WTF. You're a great father and you should be proud of yourself. Your daughter is lucky to have you. I'm sorry for your loss. Not the asshole. People like her deserve to be taken down a peg or two and good on you for doing so. Not the asshole. Your dad is right, you need to stick to your guns. Your brother should apologize to your parents for either outright lying them or omitting the reason why you yelled at SIL, and needs to apologize to you for trying to get you in trouble with your parents. How old is he? 5? Your SIL also owes you and your daughter an apology for her behavior. I have a feeling hell will freeze over before she admits she was wrong. Not the asshole. And honestly, in her place, I would have been bending over backwards to make the birthday special. Her first one without her mom and becoming a teen? Damn. It would be special. Instead she was a shithead. Definitely not the asshole. Of course your brother is gonna take his wife's side, that's his wife after all. But you know how hard you tried, your daughter knows how hard you tried. Let's be honest, her opinion of how her night turned out is the only one that matters, and everyone you actually invited knows how hard you tried. Your little girl enjoyed the little party you threw for her and was super happy with her day. SIL that you didn't even invite yourself has no room for her snarky pretentious comments. And to come into your home and disrespect you and your family, she's lucky she was only banned from your home. Not the asshole. My brother says I should apologize for being an asshole to keep the peace. So your brother agrees you are right, but it would make his life a lot easier if you just apologized. See, he has to live with his wife, and she will make his life hell if two people dared to tell her she was in the wrong. Don't apologize, Op. Not the asshole. Bravo, good sir, for sticking up for your family. Fuck your SIL, don't invite her ever again. Deepest condolences about your wife. Not the asshole. Your SIL is trash. You are not the asshole. You did your best to give your daughter a good 13th birthday and your SIL brought up a sensitive topic that ruined the night. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't allow her in my house either. Not the asshole. Sounds like you're doing a great job and would make your wife proud. Don't let it get to you and keep doing what you're doing. Your daughter had fun and she's number one. I'd tell your brother that your SIL will be welcome back when she apologizes. She probably won't, but you won't be the one shooting the door on contact. Not the asshole. Shows up empty-handed for your daughter's b-day the same year her mother, your wife, dies and then has the guts to berate you for being cheap. I mean, even your 13-year-old daughter understands you're bad financially. How detached from reality can that woman be? Not the asshole. Glad your dad has your back. Not the asshole. What a vile person she is. I'm glad to hear you made your boundaries clear to her. I'm so sorry for your loss. Not the asshole. Your brother and SIL can stay in their own little world for all you care. You can try to act civil to them when they learn to act like mature adults. Not the asshole. What if your daughter had cried instead, because of SIL's meanness? Just because somebody bursts into tears and demands an apology doesn't mean she deserves one. She picked a fight and then couldn't take the fallout. My parents weren't ones to make waves, even when people were being rude to them. How I wish they'd lost their temper once in a while and said, "Never talk to me or my child that way." I actually think you did the right thing. Considering everything you've been through this year, you handled it better than a lot of people would have. NTA. If she considered the party cheap, she certainly could have helped out. I'm sorry you have to deal with such a toxic person, especially one who would use your deceased wife as bullets against you. Stand your ground. I'm sorry for your loss and I wish the best for you and your daughter. Not the asshole. Your response was fairly tame given how horrible it was for your SIL to say that about your wife and that her acting this way was already a recurring issue. You're probably not missing much if this means you don't see your brother. Not the asshole. And #X200B. That piece sounds pretty shitty. Why would you want to keep it? Not the asshole. Don't get mad at your brother, pity him. Not the asshole. What she did is inexcusable. I'd never apologize to her, or go to an event she would be at. I am sorry for your loss. You are doing everything possible to help your daughter. You will make a great team with her. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Your brother can be a pushover all he wants. It is not your obligation to put up with his horrible significant other just because he made a poor choice in life. She is rude, cheap and really should have kept her mouth shut. If he chooses to go NC after this, too bad for him. Given the circumstances, you tried your best for your daughter and this is what you need to keep. Toxic people can go away and never come back. You won't miss out on anything. Do not apologize, and even if in the end she does, just keep your distance. First, I'm so sorry for your loss. Second, not the asshole. How sad she must be to shit on everything like that. Not the asshole. You sound like a good dad. Teaching your kid that you don't have to allow people to treat you poorly is part of that. Keep doing exactly what you are doing. I think your response was perfect. You sound like a very caring dad. Absolutely not the asshole. I'm so sorry for your loss and I hope 2021 is much kinder to you. I'm so sorry for your loss. She made an extraordinarily difficult time worse with her cruelty. Shout out for standing up for yourself. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. It sounds like you threw her an amazing b-day. Your SIL is awful. Not the asshole. It's amazing how many times people are told to apologize to keep the peace, are not ta. Not the asshole. You were right about everything, and she was wrong about everything. Period. Not the asshole. It's not easy being a single parent, and I'm so happy that you went out of your way for your daughter, despite the hardships you've endured this year. Right now it's important for you and your children to remain a team through thick and thin, because it's not easy losing a mother either. Did you ruin the night for SIL? Probably, but she also tried to ruin the night for your little girl. As long as you're doing your best, your efforts will mean everything to your daughter, and that's what's really important. Not the asshole. You're a saint for going at her during dinner for her rudeness. Listen to your father.